I never thought the day would come when I would destroy the one person who knew all my secrets, my best friend. But sometimes the truth is more dangerous than silence. And when I exposed her, everything fell apart. Friends turned into enemies, secrets turned into scandals, and my life was never the same again. But before you judge me, you need to hear the whole story, because what she did changed everything. My name is Emily Carter. I grew up in a quiet town in California. From the outside, my life looked normal: school, family, friends. But there was one person who was more important to me than anyone else. Her name was Jessica. Jessica wasn't just my friend, she was my sister. We met when we were 8 years old, first day of elementary school. I was the shy girl sitting alone during lunch, and Jessica walked straight to my table and said, "Can I sit here?" That was the beginning of everything. We did everything together: school projects, birthday parties, sleepovers. We shared secrets that nobody else knew. When my parents got divorced, Jessica was the one who stayed with me all night while I cried. When she failed her math exam, I helped her study until midnight. People in school used to say something funny. They said we were like the same person in two bodies. And honestly, I believed that too, because I trusted her with everything, every secret, every fear, every dream. And I believed she trusted me the same way. But I was wrong, very wrong. Everything started to change in our senior year of high school. Jessica started acting different. At first, it was small things. She stopped answering my messages. She canceled our weekend plans. And when we were together, she was always on her phone. But the weirdest thing was this: whenever I walked close to her, she would quickly lock her screen shut. At first, I ignored it. Everyone deserves privacy, right? But then something happened that made my stomach drop. One day during lunch, my boyfriend Daniel walked past our table. Jessica looked at him and quickly looked away. But in that 1 second, I saw something in her eyes, something I had never seen before: guilt. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind kept replaying that moment. Why did she look so uncomfortable? Why did she avoid eye contact? I tried telling myself I was overthinking, but deep down, something felt wrong. The next few weeks made things worse. Jessica started disappearing after school. Whenever I asked where she was going, she gave vague answers. Just hanging out, meeting someone, don't worry about it. But the worst part? She stopped telling me things, and that had never happened before, not once in 10 years. One afternoon, something happened that changed everything. Jessica forgot her phone in my car. At first, I didn't want to check it. I really didn't. But my mind kept whispering the same question: what if she's hiding something? My hands were shaking as I picked up the phone. The screen lit up and a message appeared from Daniel, my boyfriend. My heart stopped. The message said, "Last night was amazing. I wish Emily never finds out." I felt like the ground disappeared beneath my feet. I opened the conversation. Every message felt like a knife. They had been meeting secretly for months, behind my back. The two people I trusted the most, the two people I loved the most, had betrayed me, together. And the worst part? Jessica was the one who started it. Her messages were clear. She knew exactly what she was doing. That evening, I asked Jessica to meet me. We went to our usual place, the small park where we used to hang out after school. She smiled when she saw me, but my face was cold. I placed her phone on the table and asked one question: how long? Her smile disappeared instantly. She knew. For a moment, she stayed silent. Then she whispered, "I didn't want you to find out like this." My hands were shaking. "I didn't want you to find out at all." Tears filled her eyes, but I wasn't ready to forgive. Not this time. At first, I wanted to keep everything private, but then I realized something important. If I stayed silent, they would continue lying. So the next day at school, I told the truth to everyone, friends, classmates, even Daniel's friends. Within hours, the entire school knew what they had done. Jessica tried calling me. Daniel tried apologizing, but it was too late. The truth was out, and nothing could stop it. Jessica lost almost all her friends. Daniel's reputation was destroyed. People looked at them differently. But the strange part, I didn't feel happy. Revenge doesn't feel the way you imagine. Instead, I felt empty, because exposing her didn't just destroy her life, it destroyed our friendship too. 10 years of memories, gone. Months later, I realized something important. Some betrayals are so deep that silence becomes impossible. Yes, exposing her hurt everyone, but hiding the truth would have hurt me forever. And sometimes, choosing yourself is the hardest decision you'll ever make. Today, Jessica and I are strangers. We walk past each other like we never shared a life together. But every time I think about that day, I remember one lesson. Trust is like glass. Once it breaks, it never looks the same again. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And tell me in the comments, what would you do in my situation? Would you expose your best friend or keep the secret? Your answer might surprise you.